Greetings and much blessings. Next time you think you have a backache, I want you to think about it this way instead. That's not your back that's hurting. It's your wings that are hurting. For those who are angelic with your spirituality, that's what's really going on. Your back. Now, this means avoid sitting down for a very long time. This also means avoid sleeping on your back to the best of your ability. You can sleep on your side, of course, the healthy side, which is your left side, not your right side. But don't sleep on your back. Try to avoid that as much as possible. I know there are times you may need to lay on your back, but keep it temporary. The thing is that you've carried the weight on your shoulders for so long. But see, you got to remember those wings are on your shoulders. Now, of course, here's what I mean overall. You have what they call ethereal wings, which is really wings that the normal eye can see, but they are still energetic type of wings. You know, they are still there. And it just represents the shadow of your actual wings that are still within your back. Us in this human form still have wings. That's in the form of shoulder blades. Now, the way it works with a lot of us in this human form is that your wings were initially there, but now your arms have replaced your wings, because in the avian world with birds, that's what it is. Their wings were actually their arms that became feathered. And if you look at each appendage of that wing through a skeletal model, you realize each end of it was just an elongated finger. So that's what your arms were initially. They were wings, but for this human form, it became arms. But there are still extra things that are interesting about your shoulder blades. There are still parts of it that are missing. But for those who have the angelic part of the spirituality, you'll notice that there may be something that your body isn't telling you. Maybe there's more to it there than just your shoulder blades, and for the most part, your entire back. There could be possibly undeveloped wings within your back, and you just don't know it. But this is why you experience so much backache, and you didn't realize it. A lot can be said too for you sitting down for your back. It also affects your chest. You sit down so long, it will affect your chest, and that will have you have a stroke or a heart attack if you're not careful. Because see, if you look at the avian world once more with the way birds are shaped and designed, they have very point out chests. Their chests stick out because they have huge hearts because of them being designed for flight. So for those with the angelic spirituality, you'll realize that even in this human form, you have a heart that is larger than the average person's heart. Your chest may stick out more pronounced than other people's chests. For a lot of guys with the angelic spirituality, don't be surprised if you're naturally more muscular than the average guy. Your chest, it just sticks out. You don't have to really go to the gym. For you, it just requires a lot of intermittent fasting, and you'll see how your chest starts to stick out again, because it's not really necessarily part of your muscles. It's just part of your whole physique. You have an angelic physique, because animals like the birds, they need, even bats. Yes, come on now. Even bats, they all have to have stuck out chests because they use their arms to flap their wings with. So that's no different with the angelic. If you even look at a lot of older illustrations, they always have pronounced chests because of the fact that they had to use wings. You needed all the strength from your chest, but as well as you needed a large heart. So some of you all who could have this angelic spirituality, this angelic personality per se, yes, those who have this angelic personality per se, you may have also been good at a lot of different sports like track and field, for example, where it does require a large heart. The only reason why you may get somewhat of a heart murmur in a sport like track and field is because you got to remember you were born to fly, not run. You know, so your heart murmur usually occurs because you're just off the ground for a few seconds. You'll notice that your stride may be longer than the average person's because your body was born to fly. Not necessarily run, but you're just in this human form and you're limited right now. But as time goes on, you'll see how your body actually improves as you get older. But just don't run so much, because when you're just up in the air for a few seconds, you will come down, and that will affect the positioning of your heart due to gravity. Yes, that will affect the position of your heart due to gravity, and that could cause a heart murmur. A lot of people experience this in basketball too, when they jump up and down for jump shots and rebounds and dribbling and things like that, and they make impact with the ground, and it affects the rhythmic cycle of their heart. But this could very well be an angelic individual, and we just didn't realize it. But I just wanted to talk to you about that. Just keep in mind that when your back is hurting, that's probably your wings that are hurting there, okay? But the ethereal wings, yes, these ethereal wings that they talk about, these wings that you can't see with the naked eye, but they're there. Remember, they're just a shadow of your actual wings that are within your back. And those are there actually to protect you, as well as your warmth and a sense of cooling you off on a hot summer day. I don't know about you, but there could be some days where you may have someone that'll tell you, hey, for some reason everybody's sweating, but I'm not sweating as much. Behind my back, I feel very cool. Yes, because their wings are shielding them from the hot sun. But it's also true, just like with the vultures in the thick of the dawn, if you will. Like when the sun's coming up, the vultures spread their wings out to absorb the sun. So the same thing happens to you. If you stand with your back towards the sun, you'll feel more warmth than the average person, because your ethereal wings are spreading out at that point. Yes, your ethereal wings are spreading out at that point. Now, one more thing your ethereal wings do serve a purpose for is just for giving you a heightened sense of awareness without you necessarily having to make observations around you. You don't have to do that. You just have to develop your senses more, and your ethereal wings will take care of the rest. It will tap into what you had to harness, you know. But just keep all that in mind. This is why you want to keep your back healthy. Avoid a lot of sit-down jobs if you have jobs like that. Stand up as much as possible. Walk around. And for working out, you don't necessarily need to jog all the time. Do walks. They're actually more effective than running itself. Just some little FYI. Yes, you only run because you're trying to take off the fly, just like a bird. Oh man, there's a lot to say about this, and I'll talk more upon this angelic thing as time goes on. Y'all stay blessed.